All right, let's jump right in and break down the latest, most impactful updates from Azure. We're going to cover everything from how you can start protecting your data from future quantum computers, all the way to a wild new AI model that can understand, get this, 100,000 lines of code at once. Let's get to it.
So, let's kick things off with a pretty crucial question, one that gets right to the heart of security. Is the encryption we all rely on today really strong enough for the computers of tomorrow? And that brings us to our first major topic.
You see, that future is all about quantum computing. And believe me, this isn't science fiction anymore. It poses a completely new kind of threat to our current security standards. But the good news is, Azure is already helping us get prepared for it. Now, what's really fascinating and a little scary about this quantum threat is that it's already happening. It's a strategy called harvest now, decrypt later. Just think about it. Adversaries are capturing your encrypted data today, siphoning it off, and just storing it. They're literally just waiting for the day a quantum computer is powerful enough to crack it all wide open.
So, what can you actually do about this? Well, you can start becoming quantum safe right now. First things first, you gotta know what you've got. Take an inventory of all your cryptographic assets. Then, you need to understand your data. How sensitive is it? How long does it need to stay secret? And finally, you have to start planning your move to what's called post-quantum cryptography.
Okay, so while getting ready for the future is absolutely essential, let's also talk about some really powerful upgrades you can use today. These are all about modernizing your core infrastructure and your data connections on Azure.
First up, for anyone out there running containerized workloads, listen up, because this is a big deal. Ubuntu 24.04 is now generally available for the Azure Kubernetes service, AKS.
And trust me, this is not just some minor version bump. This update gets you onto the modern Containerd 2.0 runtime, which is going to become the default pretty soon. But more importantly, it delivers all the latest OS-level security and performance benefits straight to your clusters.
Here's a classic challenge I'm sure a lot of you have faced. You've done the right thing. You've secured your databases, locked them down for private access. But now you want to connect them to amazing new analytics tools like Microsoft Fabric. So how do you bridge that gap? See, the problem was that if you lock down your Cosmos DB with private endpoints or VNet rules, those very same security measures would block the mirroring feature you need to connect to Fabric's OneLake. You were basically stuck choosing between top-notch security and powerful analytics, a real catch-22.
Well, here's the solution, a brand new feature called Network ACL Bypass. The easiest way to think about it is like a secure, private tunnel that's created just for Microsoft Fabric. It lets Fabric access your Cosmos DB without you ever having to expose your database to the public internet. It's the best of both worlds.
All right, let's shift gears and dive into the area where, let's be honest, all the action is right now. Artificial intelligence. We're going to start with a brand new heavyweight model that is an absolute game changer for anyone who writes code. 400,000. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's the number of tokens the new GPT-52 Codex model can hold in its context window. I mean, that is enough to hold the entire codebase of many applications, letting the AI see the full picture of your project. To put that in perspective, that's like the AI reading a 300-page book in one go before it helps you.
Now, let's break this down, because the raw number is only part of the story. This thing is multimodal. That means you can give it code, you can give it text, and you can even feed it an image of UI mockup and ask it to write the code. And the best part? It's already available in Foundry and GitHub Copilot.
So, what does this huge context actually mean for a developer on a Monday morning? It means the AI can finally take on challenges that were just out of reach before. We're talking about understanding massive, complex code bases, helping with huge migration projects, and refactoring gnarly parts of your system, all tasks that require a deep, holistic understanding of everything. But what if your problem isn't about general coding? What if you have a highly specific, really complex optimization challenge? Well, there's a new tool for that too. This is when you don't need a generalist, you need a specialist. And this really highlights a crucial trend in AI. We're moving from these one-size-fits-all large language models to highly specialized small language models. Think of it like a Swiss Army knife versus a surgeon's scalpel. The SLM might not know a little bit about everything, but it is exceptionally good at one specific type of task. Now, these new specialized models are designed for what are called optimization problems. The technical term is mixed integer linear programming, but don't let the name scare you. Really, just think of it like solving a giant, impossibly complex Sudoku puzzle. You have a bunch of rules and a massive grid to fill in, and you're looking for that one single perfect solution that satisfies all the conditions.
So what does that actually mean in the real world? Well, it means solving incredibly complex business challenges. We're talking about things like designing the most efficient supply chain possible, or creating the absolute perfect work schedule for thousands of employees, or optimizing a financial portfolio down to the last penny. These are the kinds of monster problems these specialized models are built to crush. And this quote just brilliantly sums it all up. All of these updates show us that the future of AI in the enterprise isn't about finding one single superintelligent model. No, it's about having a diverse toolkit of specialized AIs, each one being the perfect tool for the job at hand. And as these powerful tools take on more and more of these complex, technical, and logistical tasks, it leaves us with a pretty profound final thought. With AI handling the coding and the optimization, what's the next great human challenge that we now get to focus our energy on solving?